So in today's video, we're going to talk about what is a lead magnet. This is very important because this is how you're going to get someone to respond to your emails. So a lead magnet is something people use to get people's contact information. So if you ever seen like McDonald's, Wendy's, like any fast food will be like, sign up for our app and we'll give you a free cheeseburger or something like that. Jeremiah's, the ice cream place, if you sign up, they give you a free ice cream. So this is when they want your information to try to keep selling you different products. So when you sign up for their app, they can send you emails, they can text you, they can give you notifications in the app to try to get you to come back, to keep trying to sell them. And that changes because we already have their information. So we already have their email information, so the magnet changes. So when you already have their information, what you're trying to do is trying to get them to respond to get that lead magnet. So you're trying to spark interest. When you already have the recipient's contact information, a lead magnet can still be invaluable in a cold email campaign. It shifts slightly. Instead of gathering their contact information, it serves to spark interest and provoke engagement. The lead magnet acts as a compelling call to action, prompting recipients to respond to your email to claim the free resource. So what you're trying to do is try to get them to respond. You're trying to get them to raise their hand up saying, hey, I want this. Can you please send it to me, the lead magnet? You're offering something you can send to them in an email. You're not offering them to ship something to them, stuff like that, because then you're going to be asking for their information. You're trying to offer them something where it says, where they can just do, yes, please send that to me. As simple as that. You're keeping this simple. You're not trying to make it into this complex thing. Cold email is simple. It's something you can read quick and you can respond quickly, and it sounds like it was sent to you personally. So here's a few lead magnets that are done in real estate. These are lead magnets that have been used through, you go on Google, these are on websites, stuff like that. But we're going to use them in a personal way so you get a response. Because another thing with these lead magnets is people don't like giving their information out, right? So when you have a website that offers an offer on your house, you want them to put in the property address, you want them to put in their email, you want them to put in your phone number, you want them to put in their name, all of that information. You already have all that information. All you're saying is, can I do it? And you can say yes, or you can send them the off rip. What I don't like to do, I don't like doing that. And then the free comparable market analysis, another thing, you're asking them to do something, to fill out a bunch of information to get this. So this changes the game because it's so much easier. You already have all of the information. You're just asking them to say yes to your email. So the first one, if you're a wholesaler, you can do this, receive an offer on your house. So you can ask them, hey, can I make an offer on your house? Blah, blah, blah. This one for realtors, a free comparable market analysis. You can run comps for them to see the market value of the property that they own. And then number 3, free rent estimate. So if you manage Airbnbs, if you manage rental properties, you can say, hey, I think I can rent the property for this amount of money. So you can say, hey, can I send you a free rent estimate for that? Free guide for buyer and sellers. So if you're a real estate agent reaching out to buyers, you can use a lead magnet like, hey, I can give you my tips, blah, blah, blah. You can have an ebook. I can teach you how to make an ebook using ChatGPT in 5 minutes. If you want that, just email me. It's super easy. There's softwares that can do it. So you can offer them the ebook. All of these things that I'm showing here don't require you to put in links in your emails, because when you don't want to use links in your emails, because if you use links in your emails, it's a higher chance that it's going to go into spam. So with these things is something you can send as a PDF, or you can respond with a link. So like when you're doing this like free comparable market analysis, you have all the information, so you're just sending them a PDF. For the free rent estimate, If you just send them a link to be like, yo, put in your house information, blah, 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 it's not going to work. You want to do like a Rent-A-Meter, for example. I know Rent-A-Meter, but put it into Rent-A-Meter and then make it into a PDF, send it to them and say, hey, I made this rent estimate for you, blah, 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 blah. This is what I can do for you. Stuff like that. So that's how you're going to do this lead magnet. So I made an example here of a cold email copy using a lead magnet. This is for a property manager. So this is the opening. Hi, Mark. You can say, good morning, dear. You're using spin tax here for Mark. Reason for outreach. I'm giving him a reason. I drove by your home and it looks vacant. And then number 3, lead magnet offer. I run a property management company and I'm confident, your confidence is here, I can get it rented relatively quickly. Do you want me to send over the rent estimate I did for, I'm sorry, I didn't delete this. It's right here, the call to action. Do you want me to send over the rent estimate I did for the property? So you're telling him, I looked at your house. So you're making it personal. I drove by your house. Number 3, you're telling them I run a property management company. So you're telling them what you do. And then you're saying, I'm confident I can get it rented relatively quickly. So you're showing what you can do for them. And then instead of being like, oh, blah, 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 you're asking them to do something with the lead magnet. Do you want me to send over the rent estimate I did for the property? So you're asking them to engage with you and respond, and they're getting something out of it, so they most likely will respond. So this is how lead magnet works. If you have any more questions, let me know, and I will leave this presentation with a link right here too.